It's a recession for people, for people that never had to deal with, you know, with a lot of things that you deal with in urban communities, in minorities, oppressed or down-pressed people. They actually know how to survive, so they know how to make, you know, make it work. So it's taught a lot of people to how to survive. A lot of folks, you know, a lot of weak folks fell off the vine. I think it was a lot of times we were living outside our means. So it brought a lot of people down to reality of, okay, well, you know, I don't need the $400,000 house. Let me buy John's old house. You know, he had a pretty cool neighborhood too. And now I'm not just house poor. Now I'm not just, you know, I can't even afford furniture for the house. And we're being a little more realistic in it, and it's getting people in the, you know, it's bringing, I guess, families having to come to the table and play a board game when they used to go to Benihana. You know, I like Benihanas. It's making people get more into into love, making people get into things that matter, things of substance. Because ain't no money to play with. Well, real estate is the anchor. Real estate is the base. It's the base of. It's what the bank securities are wrapped up. They wrap them up. When they wrap a bank security, it has property notes. There are treasury notes. There are, you know, it's gold. It's everything's kind of bundled together, and they sell these packages. That's when people buying bonds. So it's the root of our capitalistic system. Is the housing thing had to bottom. I think we found the bottom. You know, right now you're seeing buyers come into the market, and actually it's almost like an auction status where they're outbidding each other. You know, a lot of our properties actually sell for more than what they listed at. And I keep bringing everything back to real estate because that's what I do. But you'll have a property that's 50,000 listed for 50, and it's 6 people want it, and it ends up, the buyer ends up getting it at 67,000. You know, now it's still worth whatever it was worth 3 years ago, but it didn't sell for 50 because there are people that had money, they're still holding it, and they come out and they buy up 3 or 4 properties cash. And that's good because it gets the bank. The banks are holding these notes now. They're empty notes. They're just pieces of paper that say, hey, you own 123 Smith Street. But this banker he's not a real estate agent. He doesn't want to deal with this stuff, but he's forced to be a real estate company now. So it's getting that off their books, getting it into a mortgage, somebody that's really gonna pay it, so it's not actually worth something again, it's tangible again. It's getting people into properties because you got investors who, like I say, they didn't just buy one house, they would give you a blanket loan to cover 10 properties, okay? And investors, they kind of they would click up, so they would have friends that would buy 10 properties. A lot of times they were bought in the same neighborhoods, and so there's a lot of fraud, a lot of mortgage fraud was going on, and a lot of neighborhoods got what they call red line, where they draw a circle over a neighborhood and say we're not going to loan over there because we can't trust the appraisals, we can't trust what's going on over there, we can't trust the values. Now, I'm not a financial expert, but how long do I think the recession will last? I think it's more mental. Actually, Obama said it. When it's good, it's never as good as you think it is, and when you think it's bad, it's never really as bad as you think it is. You know, children will grow up and they will love it. They will remember these times. Because when you're a child, you always love your childhood. It doesn't matter. You know, I come from a rough childhood and all that stuff, but I still love it. So you're gonna love whatever it is from when you're a child. It doesn't matter. So, and I love it because it's teaching these kids, hey, you know, let's get maybe we might need to get this one for $2 instead of, you know, getting this one for $8. Or if we're gonna get the $8 one, let's think it out. We're not just gonna be consumption based, and that's what a lot of what was going on. We were consumption based. We're a nonprofit actually. We're owned by BRC Foundation, and basically the BRC Foundation is about home ownership, helping take people from, like we said, from apartment renters who, you know, maybe they've been living in apartments, their grandma lived in an apartment, or they don't think that they could actually be an owner. We taking them from that into actual home ownership, into starting with tax credit repair, you know, helping them get their taxes done correctly, you know, working on the credit, disputing everything that any discrepancies on the credit, getting them in touch with good loan officers to get them to understand the things that's gonna put them on the right track to where they will qualify. After they get to where they qualify, we actually take them by the hand and find the property, get the information on the property, everything from seeing it and saying, "Ooh, I like this house," to actually getting at the closing table and we giving you the keys. With the BRC Foundation, the people at BRC Foundation, they actually buy properties and provide low-cost homes for people. Right now it's inside of Atlanta, but just getting families actually into their own space. So we're doing a few different things. We partner with Hosea Williams, Feed the Hungry, Bobby's World, where we do free haircuts for the kids in the metro Atlanta area. Advice to people looking for a home: I would say ready, shoot, aim. I don't mean go look and talk to your auntie and see what they think about it, because by the time you arrive at yes, the house will be gone. If you're working with an agent, and not just myself, it's a lot of great realtors in Atlanta and the Southeast region of the United States. And if you need any referrals, we actually refer people, good people that don't work for us. Okay, we just want to make sure that people buy the property the right way. You can buy something the wrong way. Take all the decision makers, only the decision makers, the people who are gonna pay the mortgage. Okay, take them with you, all at the same time, so you don't have to keep bringing one person in the next, because you're gonna lose your house. Get with a good agent. Get with a good agent, because that's gonna save you a lot of time. The sellers are the ones that's gonna pay them, so don't worry about that. Okay, a lot of people say, "Well, I don't." It used to be like there'll be no agents. That was the sell. It used to be like, "Hey, it'll be great. There'll be no agents," and that's how we got here. If you lost your home more than 2 years ago, you can actually go through the process of financing another home. It's a lot of people that it's been 2 years since they foreclosed and they're actually buying. So get with a good loan officer that has some programs. There are programs for foreclosures. Now, if you lost your home less than 2 years ago, then you're gonna wanna go to the credit bureaus, and you can attach a statement to your credit profile to say, "Hey, you know, this was happening. I was in a subprime mortgage," and it'll be viewed. Every time somebody pulls your credit, it'll actually be attached to your credit report. It's still hope, okay? With credit, it's just a computer. So it responds to different triggers. You can do certain things. You could go get a secured credit card. You can go online. They got great secured credit cards. You just shop around and figure out the best rates, best introductory rates, and it may be secure. You might have to put $150, $300 down, but it's going to do wonders for your credit. Getting a Walmart card or getting a Target card, getting a line of credit. You want to get something, because a lot of us, we have Metro, PCS, or a lot of these things where you're not on a profile where you're going to need that. So you want to make sure you got at least 2 good lines of credit and a line of residency, either apartment or something showing that you pay your bills.